Before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick synopsis of what's transpiring so far on this Wednesday morning. First, the U.S. Credit rating was lowered yesterday from a AAA credit rating by Fitch to a AA+, which is the first time in almost 3 decades since 1994 that we had our credit rating reduced. That's going to be an overall issue. Right now we see, which is prototypical, the U.S. dollar having a little surge here. It's up to about 102.64. This, in my interpretation, is some more manipulation by the U.S. government to try to make the U.S. dollar look more overinflated than it is. At some point, I expect a catastrophic collapse here of the dollar. So right now, gold, silver, precious metals, mining stocks are all on discount right now. Risk assets, same. The U.S. dollar is rising, which is going to cause things to look cheaper, especially in the precious metals and commodity sector. Take advantage of that while you can. Gold silver ratio is back up to over 80-1, so take advantage of your silver. We've got XRP now sitting around 69 cents, still on the outside of the bull flag, but we need to take a close look exactly if XRP is going to continue to push up, or what can happen if we start to break down. As we know, 585 is still a spot that could hit if we break the bull flag and lose the bull flag structure. 585 is the pattern double top breakout. It's also where the weekly golden cross could form. In the weekly, we could form an inverted right arm. So that is an area of opportunity if we do fall down there. Right now, though, as long as we hold the bull flag structure and hold that 673, we're still on the bullish side of town. That doesn't mean we're going to have a parabolic spike, but what that does mean, so mainly, we're looking for volume. We need some volume. Right now, we're consolidating. If we hold the 673 support, still a standard operating procedure on the outside of the bull flag, but we don't want to lose that triple bottom. If we lose the triple bottom, we've got 65 cents underneath, but we don't know if that would hold. We've got the 613 below that, which is the broadening wedge breakout, but the 585 pattern double top, where the weekly time frame looks like it could come down to on the cup and handle. You could technically, we've already filled out a bullish handle, but you could technically come down to around the 58 cent mark and finish off that bullish handle on the cup, and it would still be standard operating procedure. So make sure you hit that like button, and if you appreciate my work, please hit that subscribe button, as it really helps support this program. If you hit the like button, it'll help push me through the analytics, and we'll get more and more people in here. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro, but remember, positivity over negativity. We do this emotionless. We are winners. We don't play the victim, so that we can make an emotionless decision, but we base our decision and what we see, it's based on the perception of the reality of the charts, what it speaks to us, and also the news alike and what's happening around the world. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love you each individually. Good morning, 10:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So, yesterday we took off the 4-hour time frame where we could technically have that bull flag form because of the area we were in. But like I always say every day, we might as well have it on here just in case we were to break down, because this is the bottom area that it could technically come through, and we need to know exactly where the breakdown is going to occur. So technically this could bounce off of here even. That's what we had yesterday, but we set it up for yesterday's setup. So what we're looking for here urgently with XRP, if you come down to 662, you have to hold it, or the 65 cents overrun. In the 30-minute time frame, we see a bearish momentum here, and this is all piggybacking right now off of the US dollar currency index. If we look at the US dollar, it's spiked up to 102.69. It's standard operating procedure here as the US gets downgraded from a AAA credit rating to a AA+. This is a ruse by the US government right now. This is going to put a lot of pressure on risk on assets. It's going to put a lot of pressure on commodities, gold, silver, precious metals, everything. A lot of pressure is going to be put on because of this. So pay very close attention today in the trading day. This will reverse at some point because the US dollar will not be able to keep this parabolic momentum. But as it's moving up, we're getting a correction in crypto, precious metals, risk-on assets. You can see the Dow Jones is down 200 points right now. But if it was me, I still expect the US government to buy up the debt. I expect them to print this 1.2 trillion and try to continue running the government with this massive, massive inflation, with this massive budget deficit. So we'll see what happens here, but with XRP, pay very close attention this morning. I want to get this out as soon as possible, but you need to understand a few key things. With XRP, 673 is a triple bottom right here. Down here is at 66 cents. It came up from 6.5, but this is the uptrend on the 4 hourly that could technically fill out the bull flag. We are on the outside of it, so we're looking for the best opportunity to bounce. It's either here or here it could bounce into. 673 right now, we've got a triple bottom, but we are coming fastly approaching to that area right now, which we're at 686. So pay attention to the 673. If you're an XRP holder, we might get a liquidity drop like we did yesterday, but right now, if we can hold here, if we can hold the line here on the outside of the bull flag, and yes, it looks a little shaky right now. You came down, came back up, created what looks like an inverted head, came back down. If it pulls up in this area, that could be the inversion taking place right now, but we won't know. If it breaks down, if you see this pattern happen, comes down to 65, bounces back up and gets rejected by either 673 or 66 cents, and it starts reversing down, you know you're going to 585. That's going to meet in the weekly time frame, and that's where the cup and handle is formed. You can see it in the weekly. It's a lot easier to see because you can see the full pattern, but that's a cup and handle formed. It's taken over since April of 2022. This pattern's been forming. So that weekly cup, that could bring us down on the handle to 585, and that is something we've paid attention to. It's not necessary because the handle is already built, but the bullish handle could come all the way down to 585, but it can't happen unless we break the bull flag. Right now, we're having a bearish bias because of the news right now, with the US dollar being overinflated this morning, way overinflated. It's going to be a very tricky proposition this morning, so you're going to have to be very careful trading. As you can see, we came down to 682 approximately. We're at 6866. We're going to see if we pull around on Bitcoin. I want to show you this before I release this update, now that you know with XRP. Bitcoin is still within that broadening wedge pattern, and until we break down, this pattern is still not technically bearish. You can see support, resistance, back down to support, came over, extended to the channel uptrend. We held it, came back up with a quick wick. In the daily, we pulled up before the close. Now we're looking to verify this breakout at about 29,000. Well, first layer right now, we're at 29,290 approximately. In the daily, you want to get back over 29,600. So in the 4 hourly, we're trying to break back up, but right now it's a very dangerous situation. If Bitcoin were to break down from here, you know the technical target's 25,194. Conversely, if we can prove that this is a reversal right now, as it is looking like it's on a little bit of a bull flag here with a double bottom, or at least a slightly, it almost looks like if it pulled up, it could be some kind of Gartley, but we won't know unless this pulls up. If it does, our first layer to hold, we're looking at it right now. Don't fall below 29,112 and try to push back over 30,000. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, video description below, you can find FEMX in the USA, no VPN, and no KYC, unless you are downloading from a bank account money or depositing money from a credit card. If you're doing a transfer from another exchange, you don't need to do a KYC, and you can do up to $50,000 a day on and off ramping. And then there's BitGet and or MEXC in the video description if you're cross borders, and you can use it. Remember, positivity over negativity. Make sure you get all the information at your disposal, and make sure you're paying attention to the US dollar currency index. Right now, it looks very bearish for everything, but right now, it's of my opinion at some point they're going to have to try to buy up all this debt, and this could be an overinflated run based on the devaluing of the credit rating for the US from Finch yesterday from AAA to AA+. Know all the facts so you can't be pushed around.